Hello there, everybody. My name is Richard McMunn from the Career Assessment Testing website howtobecome.com, and a very warm welcome to this video, which is entitled Non-Verbal Reasoning Tips and Tricks. So if you have any form of non-verbal reasoning test to undertake, you're going to find this video extremely useful. So I'm going to give you some really good tips and tricks on how to tackle these kind of questions, because let's face it, many of us struggle with the difficulty level that these questions can pose. So there's a number of important things that you need to look out for with this kind of question. Let me just show you quickly a sample question and what it could look like. So the sample question is, which figure comes next in the sequence? So we are presented here with 4 squares, each with circles in there and different shapes and patterns. And it will give you some options, and they are more often than not multiple choice in nature. So you can see here we've got the option of A, B, C or D. Now, one of the problems many people face is that they look at the entire question and it becomes confusing because there's so many different patterns and shapes. However, what you're going to be looking out for is a number of different things, and these are in particular singular changes in sequence or patterns. Okay, now it sounds confusing, but as I go through this tutorial, I guarantee it will become much clearer. So singular changes in either sequences or patterns, group changes in sequences or patterns, rotation or movement of objects, and then finally, application of specific rules. So I'll just reiterate, even though all of these 4 things may appear to be confusing, it will become much simpler as I go through this tutorial. So please stick with me. Okay, so those are the 4 things that we're going to be looking out for. So if we go back to our sample non-verbal reasoning question, which figure comes next in the sequence? So if we think about those 4 different things to look out for, on this particular one, you will notice that each circle within the square moves 90 degrees anti-clockwise within the square. So anti-clockwise and clockwise, if you think about the way a clock moves round, i.e. to the right, that's clockwise, anti-clockwise is to the left. So if you look at this circle, for example, in the square, this checkered one, as it moves around the sequence, it goes anti-clockwise 90 degrees. Okay, so that's a clue. We know, therefore, when we come to look for the correct answer out of the 4 options presented, we are going to be looking for this checkered circle to be here. Okay, so that's the first thing that we notice in here. There are also 2 other things that are going on. The second one is that each diagonal line moves 90 degrees clockwise. So that is the diagonal line, and you'll see there that in the next square it's moved 90 degrees clockwise, 90 degrees clockwise again, and finally 90 degrees clockwise. So we will be looking for one that's in the top right-hand corner there. Okay, so next one, number 3, you'll see that the central rectangle and circle alternate colours. So if you look there, you have a white rectangle with a black circle. There you have a black rectangle with a white circle. It alternates again and alternates. Therefore, we are going to be looking in the answer for a white rectangle with a black circle. So it's 3 things that we're looking out for there. Now, of course, you're going to be under time conditions during the test, but trust me, when you practice these over and over again, they become relatively simple to pass, because you'll be looking out for different patterns, and there's only so many patterns and sequences that a test assessor can create for you. Okay, so you will become really good at these, and also quick. So if we look at the options presented, A, B, C or D. Now, knowing what we know so far, we're going to be looking for a diagonal line there because it's rotated 90 degrees, and also that checkered circle needs to be in that position there. So on that basis, we also need to know that we're going to be looking for a white rectangle with a black circle. Well, that basically gives us that option there. Okay, that's the only one which is the right answer, which has in the center the white rectangle with the black circle. If you look at this one over here, A, yes, the diagonal line and the checkered circle are in the correct position, but we have a black rectangle and a white circle. It's not the correct answer. Therefore, the correct answer to that question is D. So if we now put back up what we're supposed to be looking out for when tackling non-verbal reasoning test questions, singular changes in sequences or patterns, group changes, rotational movement of objects or application of rules, we will see there that there are multiple group changes in sequences or patterns. Okay, so that's what we have been looking for. Let's now take a look at another example. I'm going to do a few of these for you to walk you through at the right pace. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, and I hope you are, please do give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that motivates me to do more for you guys. Okay, let's take a look at another sample. Now, this particular question, you can see here that there are shaded shapes within the center apart from this first one. So if that was shaded in the center, that would give you a bit of a clue, but that's actually not a red herring, but this is much tougher than first appears. Okay, so let's have a look at what the rules are. So the last shape in each square starts at the beginning in the next square. So what I mean by that, if you look at the last shape in the first square, it actually starts as the first one in the next one. So if you look at that triangle, which is the last shape in the second square, it actually starts in the first one, and the square is last there, and then it's first there, and so on and so forth. So what we're actually looking for within this is this last one needs to start at the beginning, which is either B or E. So we can actually throw out A, C, and D straight away. So it's just B or E, and this is a good tip. Now, I'm not saying to guess in these kind of questions, but if you get to the point where you're running out of time and you can basically get rid of either 70 or 75% of the options, it's worth choosing between B or E. Okay, now there's another rule as well here. The shape with the most number of sides within each square is actually shaded. So if you look at that shape there, that has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, whereas there's two triangles which have 3. If you look at the one in the center, that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. That one there has got 4, and that one has 3. Same in the middle, same there, and the same there. So basically, we are looking for, out of B or E, that shape there starts at the beginning, but also the one with the most sides should be shaded. Okay, so that needs to start at the beginning, and we've got that option there and that option, so it's either B or E. But we know that the correct answer is B, because that shape there has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that one that's shaded, the one that should be the most sides, is a square. So we know that's incorrect. So that is the correct answer, B. Now, if we now go back to what we should have been looking out for, you'll see there that that fits in the application of rules and also singular changes in sequences or patterns. Because the single changes in the sequence or patterns is a shape starting at the beginning, and there's also a rule there. The rule is that the shape with the most number of sides is shaded. Okay, so hopefully it's all coming together now. Let's have a look at another example non-verbal reasoning test question for you guys. Now again, on face value, this looks quite difficult, but it is rather basic. So fill in the missing gap in order to complete the sequence. So we're actually looking for the shape to go where the question mark is. Okay, now the triangle is rotated 90 degrees clockwise as the sequence progresses. So we can see there that the triangle at the top, there it is 90 degrees clockwise. We are looking for a triangle that actually has the point going there, and then it rotates 90 degrees clockwise again. So we're basically looking also for shapes inside the triangle that they remain in the same position, but the color pattern changes. So basically the color pattern moves down one space each time, and once it reaches the bottom, it then goes back to the top. So you can see there that you have a black diamond, then that shape is white, then that one is grey. So if we look at the next one, you can see there that the grey shaded part there at the bottom moves to the top, the black there moves into the middle, and then the white moves down one. Okay, so we're actually also looking for a triangle which is inverted. So that means it's either A or it's C, and we can totally get rid of B or D. And again, if you're running out of time, you might decide to have a guess at it. Okay, but the correct answer is actually A, because if we look at the different shapes and how they're moving down, the different where they're going with the white starting at the top, then that's the correct answer, because that the diamond shape there is white and there it is black. Okay, so what are we looking out for there with that particular one? Well, we've got rotational movement of shapes, and we've also got group changes in sequences or patterns. Okay, now let me give you guys some of these questions to try yourself. Okay, now what I want you to do is try 3 questions. I'm going to give you a timer, and I want you to put the answers to the 3 questions in the comment section below, but also let me know what rules they apply to. Okay, so we've looked at these different rules: the singular changes in sequence or patterns, group changes, rotational movement of objects, and application of rules. And I'll also tell you where you can get more of these questions once you've finished them to try in a second. Okay, are you ready? Don't forget to put your answer to each question in the comment section below. There is a timer which is about 20 seconds per question. If you need more time, then just pause the video to work it out. Okay, question 1. Which figure comes next in the sequence? And you've got the timer on the left going down. Which figure comes next in the sequence? So is it A, B, C, D, or E? And don't forget to let me know the answer in the comment section below, but also which of the things that you've been looking out for that I've been teaching you today. Question number 2, fill in the missing gap in order to complete the sequence. So you're looking to replace the question mark with either A, B, C, D, or E. Again, please put your answer to question 2 in the comment section below, and I'll come on and mark these each day for you guys. So based on what you've learnt in this tutorial, please put your answer in the comment section below. Okay, hopefully you're still with me. Question number 3, which figure comes next in the sequence? So you've got A, B, C, D, or E. And again, if you need to pause the video, please do so. Okay, well done if you've got to number 3. If you'd like more of these questions, please click the link below the video and it will take you through to my website where you can get access to free non-verbal reasoning test questions and answers. As I say, my name's been Richard McMunn from howtobecome.com. Please give the video a thumbs up. I hope you've enjoyed it. Really enjoyed teaching you guys, and subscribe to the channel because then you'll get notified straight away as soon as I create videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best in passing your non-verbal reasoning test.